If someone had told me that one lie would change my whole life, I would have never believed it. But here I am, standing in front of the girl who whispered, "You don't have to stay if it's pity." And that's when everything inside me broke. I didn't know that a single evening, a single setup by my friends, would turn into something that would challenge every belief I had about love, loyalty, and what it means to truly see someone. This is the story of how I was tricked into dating a half-paralyzed girl, and how she saved me more than I ever saved her. I still remember the night it started: loud music, cheap neon lights, and my friends whispering like they had planned something behind my back. They told me a girl wanted to meet me. "She's perfect for you," they insisted. I didn't think much of it. I was tired of fake connections anyway, but when I saw her sitting by the quiet corner, soft brown hair falling over one shoulder, fingers tapping nervously on the table, I noticed her eyes first. They had a whole world inside them, and a whole storm. She smiled, small and unsure. "Are you Amir?" she asked. I nodded, expecting small talk, expecting something casual. But then she shifted slightly in her seat, and I realized only one side of her body moved. The other stayed still. Her right leg didn't respond. Her right arm rested stiffly on her lap. My friends hadn't told me anything, not a word. I didn't sit down right away. Not because of her disability, but because I hated being tricked. I hated surprises, especially ones that made me feel like I was being tested. She noticed. Of course she did. Her smile faltered, the light in her eyes flickering. "You don't have to stay," she said softly. "If it's pity. I don't like pity." Her words cut deeper than she realized. Something in my chest twisted: shame, anger, confusion, but not at her. At myself. Because for 1 second, just 1 second, I hesitated. I finally sat down. "I'm not here because of pity," I said, though I wasn't even sure what I was here for anymore. She looked at me, studying me like she was waiting for me to run. The moment she blinked, "I'm only half paralyzed," she added. "Not broken." I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. "I never said you were." She smiled again, small, shy, a little tired, and something inside me softened. Maybe this wasn't a trick, maybe this was a chance. Over the next weeks, we talked. We laughed. We fought. We misunderstood each other, but I learned things about her no one else bothered to see. She was smart, sharp, sarcastic. She painted with her left hand, the one that still worked, creating worlds more beautiful than any I'd seen. She had dreams. Big ones. She wanted independence, wanted her own studio, wanted to walk again even though doctors said it would take years, but she was scared too, scared of being a burden, scared of being left once someone got tired of her, scared of being someone's charity case. She pushed me away sometimes. Hard point: one evening, after a long day of her physical therapy, she broke down. "I don't want to trap you," she whispered, covering her face with her working hand. "You're young. You're healthy. You don't deserve this responsibility." I knelt in front of her, lifting her chin slowly so she had to look at me. "This isn't responsibility," I said. "This is life. And life happens. And you're part of mine now." She laughed through tears. "You're too good to be real." "I'm not," I said. "But I'm here." That night, something changed, not because she suddenly trusted me completely, she didn't, but because she wanted to try, and that was enough. I didn't realize how much she meant to me until the day everything nearly fell apart. She had a relapse. A sudden one. Her muscles tightened. Her right leg refused to move for almost 2 days. She cried when her brush slipped from her hand mid-painting. She told me not to come. She didn't want me to see her that way, but I went anyway. She was sitting on the floor when I arrived, her brush broken, her canvas smudged with frustrated strokes, her hair was messy. Her cheeks were wet. And she looked at me as if expecting me to turn around and leave. "You should go," she whispered. "No, you'll get tired of this. No, you'll leave eventually. Everyone leaves." I sat beside her and gently took her trembling hand. "Not me," I said. "I'm not everyone." She turned her face away, but I could see her shoulders shaking. "What if I never walk normally again?" she asked. "Then I'll walk slower," I said. "What if I need help forever?" "Then I'll help forever." "What if you regret it?" I cupped her face. "Then let me regret loving you too much." Her breath hitched, and for the first time, she believed me, not fully, not completely, but enough that she let her head fall onto my shoulder, tears soaking through my shirt as she whispered, "Don't leave me. Please." I wrapped my arms around her carefully. "I'm right here," I said. "And I'm staying." Healing wasn't a straight line. Some days she surprised the world, standing for a full minute without help. Other days she cried because her hand wouldn't move the way she wanted, but she tried. Every day she tried, and I stayed, not out of pity, not out of obligation, but because she was the strongest person I had ever known. People think relationships need perfection, but she taught me that relationships need truth. She wasn't broken. She wasn't weak, she wasn't something to fix. She was a warrior with invisible scars. Months later, when she took her first step without grabbing onto anything, she looked at me with trembling lips and whispered, "Thank you for staying." I smiled and shook my head. "No," I said. "Thank you for letting me." And that's how a lie turned into the truest love I've ever known.